All right, class, if you are watching this video, that means that you are finished with your letter to a legislator, you've shared your Google Doc with Mrs. Busaith, and you're ready for a stretch activity. Our activity today, we're going to talk a little bit about infographics and how infographics can connect to argumentative writing. So, an infographic is a visual image such as a chart or diagram used to represent information or data. Basically, it's a picture that's used to show information. Now, in the past couple of years, infographics have gotten really popular because they're easy to display a lot of information in a really simple way. So that's what we're going to try to do today with some argumentative writing. First, let's show what an infographic. As we talked about before on the other slide, an infographic is a way to show information through pictures. All right, so it's data that's then sorted and arranged and then presented in a visual way. Just kind of like it looks like over here on the side. That's actually an infographic to explain what infographics are. So you'll see that at the top it has all this data, and then they sort it into colors, and then they arrange it into blocks or sizes, and then they present it visually so that the reader can understand. Here's two more examples of infographics. Now, infographics are very different. Some of them can be really simple, like the one on the left side that talks about is life good, and it shows a very simple flow chart. Or they can be really complex and colorful and show a lot of information in a visual way, like this periodic text me table, which is kind of cool if you have a chance to look at that. There are other ways that you can show in infographics, and I just wanted to show you a lot of examples. At the top, there's lots of pictures that you could use. You'll notice that all of the infographics are really colorful. They don't have a whole lot of text. They just have words, pictures, lots of information that's displayed visually in a way that the reader can understand. So your task today is to create an infographic that will show what you've learned about argumentative writing. And I pulled one off of the internet, so you can't use this one, but you'll notice how it starts out by saying like a strong argument requires a strong claim, and then it goes through, and I blurred out the words so you can't read them, so you can't copy it. But it shows how the claim is connected to the data and the facts are then explained by the so what. So that's what I want you to do, is I want you to create a picture or create a flow chart in some way to explain argumentative writing. Now, if you get confused, you can head back to this PowerPoint and you can check out those other examples that I showed you in the slides before this one to kind of give you some inspiration, to give you some pictures as examples that you can check and use. So what materials can you use to create your infographic? You can use paper, and you'll get that paper from me. You can use a pencil. You can use a pen. You can use markers, colored pencils, and crayons because infographics are all very colorful. You can use scissors if you want to cut out construction paper and kind of make some shapes. That's fine. You may use the internet only for inspiration. We won't be printing anything out and cutting anything out. You'll need to draw it yourself. But you may use the internet for inspiration if you wanted to research a couple more infographics. Please, as you research infographics, type in infographics for kids to pull up some infographics that would be appropriate for you to look at and to get some ideas from. And then lastly, you may use your brain. So that's our extension activity. That's our little stretch activity. Now that you're done with your argumentative writing, let's see what you've learned. And I want you to display that information that you've learned about argumentative writing, how all of the pieces fit together in an infographic, kind of like the examples that we showed. If you have questions, go ahead and ask me. Go ahead and work with a neighbor, work together, brainstorm some ideas on a blank sheet of paper, and then grab your poster sheet of paper so that you can start creating your infographic. Good luck, and I'm excited to see what you come up with.